Well, here now is Deputy Kirsten Racine, who is a K-9 handler with the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. She's one of the lucky ones that gets to work with her best friend, I guess you might say. Now, even though, let's clear this up, even though they're your best friend, the average person doesn't walk up and pet these animals. They're to be respected,
Absolutely
but not to be petted.
That's correct. Our dogs are trained to protect us. You never want to approach a K-9 that's with a handler without their permission. It could...
Yeah, you just never know.
Correct.
Okay, so what does it take to become a handler?
So K-9 handler, you've got to be physically fit. For me, the challenge was upper body strength. A lot of females don't have a lot of that, so I had to get a little extra training in that. Just be ready to handle 80 pounds, 90 pounds. My former dog was 80 pounds on a leash at all times. I have to be able to control him.
Yeah. Tell us about the bond between the handler and the K-9 and how long the actual process takes from day one, start to finish, of the training.
So the training, we have two different academies that we put our dogs through. There's a patrol academy. It's 12 weeks. That's where your dog learns the obedience. He learns all the skills he needs to be a dog on the street. And then for my dog, he was narcotic as well, so that's an additional 8 weeks. And then we do 16 hours a month of training to stay certified.
You mentioned narcotics. I mean, these animals have a remarkable sense of smell, not just for narcotics, but other, things that the Sheriff's Department might be looking to investigate.
Absolutely. My dog was narcotics trained. Our dogs will find evidence. They'll find people. Their sense of smell is something that's extremely amazing. It's a great tool for us. It was explained to me once that we as human beings smell beef stew cooking. You can walk in the kitchen, you smell beef stew. These dogs smell the ingredients. They smell the beef, they smell the carrots, they smell the potatoes. They have an amazing sense of smell, which makes them the tool that they are for us.
From the standpoint of the training process, how young are the animals when they usually come into the program?
Typically between about 18 months and 2 years. We don't want a dog that already has a bunch of bad habits that we have to train out of it. We want to train them to be our best partner.
And from the standpoint of the entire training process, how long is that generally?
About 20 weeks if for a narcotics trained and patrol trained dog.
Yeah. And from the standpoint of age, when do you retire the animals?
Usually around 10 years old. Some of them can work longer than that. Some of them work a little bit shorter, and typically they'd be retired to the handler. So once they're retired, we would take them home and keep them for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Now, the Canine Unit at the San Diego Sheriff's Department has been around for a long time and had a lot of success. Tell us about that as well. We've
been around for about 50, going on 52 years now.
Wow.
Currently, we have 31 K-9s assigned to the unit. Some of them in the jails, some of them on patrol, some track suspects, some do narcotics, and most are patrol trained. So just our partners in the field.
If someone's interested in becoming a deputy sheriff or potentially a K-9 handler, how do they go about that?
Best place to go is join SD Sheriff. You can find all the different jobs that we offer there. You can be a jail deputy, you can be an area detective, you can be a deputy in the field, you can be a helicopter pilot, a K-9 handler. Everything is there.
All right. It sounds like fun, but it's also great. One of those things that you got to take it a step at a time until the animal gets used to you.
The bonding is different. I mean, they definitely have to learn you, and you have to trust that dog with your safety. So,
all right. Great.
They're great.
Thanks for coming down and talking.